Kyle Mohan Racing, Formula Drift RX8. We're working on our car. It's the off season. If you've been following the channel, you can see some of the updates we've already done. New front subframe, we've had the back subframe out, fresh turbo, and lots of other goodness going into the beast. But I figured I'd cover a little bit of what we've been doing right now in the video. So last year we had crashes, both the front end of the car and back end of the car. So we've had to come through new headlights. We're still working on bodywork, but a lot of the front suspension had to get reworked. It's actually a whole new front subframe and a couple new WiseFab components. Even though the WiseFab components looked all right, we're going to move those ones to backup, and we got some new ones in the car to start off the season fresh, and a whole new squared up front subframe and squared up chassis, so we're looking good. We also cleaned up all of our cooling, new Mishimoto oil coolers, fans, just general maintenance. They were working fine, but we're starting off fresh. Alternator has been working great. It's actually a 360 amp alternator from, I believe it's DC Power. They build them custom. It's one of their RX7 ones that's available off the shelf. And then we've got our Nitrous Express direct injection up top. Just a note, we were actually running, I think they were the aluminum lines and squirters, and that did not work at all. Actually, it was the aluminum squirters. We had to go to steel. We blew them right off the manifold at one of the rounds. Cracked. I don't know if it was harmonic vibration or just the abuse the car goes through. I mean, I did crash, but we had to redo that system. Our Precision Turbo, brand new. This one we're starting off fresh this year. A couple modifications to the front wheel, but we're really happy with how everything's going with them. Wastegates, same as last year. Everything's good. Had them checked out. They're looking fantastic. And Mishimoto's setting us up with these nice Kevlar carbon exhaust blankets, and that's been keeping the heat in that back snail, making sure not only is the engine compartment and intake manifold staying cooler, but keeping the heat in the turbo helps it respond and make power better, just how it works. So we still got one OEM headlight from last year. Our right side of the car didn't take any abuse last year, but it's freshened up and we're looking good. We did have some door contact at a couple of rounds, so we've been doing a little body work. These originally started off as carbon fiber doors, but now through the years, they're more Bondo and fiberglass than carbon fiber, but they're still lightweight, they're still working great. On the interior, we did have some wiring issues, so we're still sorting that out. We actually had an issue with the, I think it's the race pack setup and keypad, but they're helping us out and we're getting it fixed and going. The HGT transmission's working fantastic, no issues there. Change the fluid, go, 5-speed sequential. We should do a video on that soon. They're amazing. And then we've got our Willwood e-brake setup with the Sicky e-brake handle. Really like the laydown. I've driven both styles, but for me, I prefer the laydown. I learned in OEM style cars, and so I still prefer that feel. It works for me. Dry sump tank in the back, cleaned everything up, scatter blanket. All of our fuel cell is located right here midship over the rear subframe, trying to push as much weight as possible onto those rear axles and that rear end and rear subframe setup. We just had the video, our last video talks about our rear end setup, Winner's Quick Change, WiseFab, drive shaft shop axles, amazing setup. And we also upgraded or updated to a brand new Mishimoto radiator and Mishi fans. The last one had 3 years on it. It was a little bent from some impacts. Still holding pressure fine, but we just wanted to start off fresh. New bodywork. This came from Big Duck Club, but we also have some Duraflex stuff coming in. And that's about it. We just walked around the car. It's looking good. This car's got a few years on it. We're going to keep running it. It's doing fantastic. I think at the end of last year, it felt the best it's felt in years. And we had some advancements. If anybody was watching, I think it was a great way to end the year. And if you look down in here, we're cleaning up the interior, safety first. My team is taking care of me. We got some brand new NRG belts going in. I kind of like that pink camo. So there's a little walk around the FD car. Follow Kyle Mohan Racing. I'm going to wrap it on out of here. We got new team gear, stickers, stuff's going to drop soon. The season's going to start. Renewable lubricants, Formula Drift, Mazda Tricks RX8. Wrap on